Welcome to the 3-day data science workshop. Before we start, I would like to introduce our trainer for this workshop. So, his name is Mr. Tanmay Ghosh. He's assistant professor in the School of Computer Science and Application with a strong specialization in cutting edge and widely adopted programming languages. He empowers students to build impactful web applications while gaining a practical understanding of web development, project implementation, and security training. So he brings 5 years of corporate experience in web development, along with 5 years of nationwide training, both in online and offline, in the web development and network security. His core expertise lies in the guiding learners to build a real-world web projects using industry-relevant technologies, making him a highly reputed facilitator in this field. So, as we have a continuous 3-day workshop, the last hour of Saturday will be a special career guidance session by our co-founder, Mr. Guru Bhurti. He'll be covering how to get data science jobs, current market needs, how to build the right node map, and what companies expect in the interviews, IBAC global certification value, and everything. I request everyone to stay muted throughout the session. Your doubts will be addressed in the end of the session. Whatever the doubts, queries, questions, everything you need to share in the chat box. It will be addressed by the trainer by the end of the session. And please stay focused and avoid switching the screens. So all the participants who are attending the workshop for all 3 days will be receiving the participation certificate by the next week by Edunix end. So thank you once again for joining. We hope these 3 days will give you a strong start to the data science journey. Now I hand it over to Tanmay sir for big session. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all. And welcome back, everyone, for the day two session, where in the day one we have learned about data science, how the data science works, what is the pipeline to it, how the complete data set has been taken upon. We learned about the basics of Python, how the Python coding happens, and the complete Python is run upon. And then we have taken a data set, we have cleaned the data set, we have visualized the data set, and we have seen through that how the complete data science project works completely. Now, this was all about data science, what we have seen in day one. Okay, now coming up to day two. Now, day two, we will be learning about machine learning. So we will be continuing from where we have ended in yesterday. We have done with the visualization part, we have done with till that point where we have worked with the data set, cleaning and all. Now we will be moving forward that what we have learned from the data science part is about the complete evaluation and all, and now how we take it to the lesson learning perspective so that the machine can be learning and getting things ready as per that. Okay, so let's continue. Before we continue with the session, you can find the Menti link over there in the shared screen. You can scan up the QR code, or you can go to menti.com and type down the code 66225344. I also make sure that the same code is entered. I'm just sharing you the link in the chat box. Please kindly click on the link and join the presentation along with me. Quickly, everyone, please connect with me the fast, then we can start the session today. And today I need proper energy what we had yesterday. We should continue that and make sure that everyone participates and the learning goes on properly. That will be my expectation from today's session, and I want you all to also contribute into it in the same positive manner. So currently there are 12 people who have joined, 13 people have joined. We just look for another 2 minutes and we will be starting with our session for the day. Okay, people are joining up. Good. Quickly, everyone. The links are available in the chat box. You can scan on the QR code, or you can just go to menti.com from your browser and type down the code 66225344. So if you are able to see the screen, you will find the QR code. Just see the screens are shared upon. Please look into the screen that the thing is being shared upon the presentation, or find the link which is given in the chat box. Okay, another one more minute, and we are about to start with today's session. 17 people have already joined upon. Okay, quick, everyone. Those who are left, quickly join upon. The links are available in the chat box. You can see the QR code. You can go to menti.com in your browser and just type down the code 66225344 to connect with us in this presentation. Another 30 seconds, and we are about to start with today's session. Okay, let's wait for another 30 seconds, and then I hope everyone would be joined to the session. Sorry. Okay, 10 more seconds. Okay, 20 people have joined to the presentation till now. Let's look for more people. Menti is the website, menti.com is the website name. If you have been a part of from day one, it won't be a difficulty for you to understand what the thing is going on. That's why we always prescribe you to join from the day one. In middle, it's very difficult to understand the thing. Okay, so yes, I guess the time up and we are ready to move ahead. So 20 people have joined us, and let's continue with our session with day two. Okay, so first thing, how confident are you after day one? How many of you, how confident are you feeling and day after day one session that you have seen through? How excited or how you are feeling about? Okay, so already we got two people already have shared upon their reviews. Others, please quickly put it up, and we can get to know that the system is also working properly, and you are a. How excited are you for the day two today? Okay, five people have already responded. Quickly, everyone, please respond back up, and we can just see it. There are 20 people who have connected with us. Let's get some outcome out of it. Okay, 75% says very confident, 13% says need to practice, 13% says still confused but excited. Okay, eight people have already responded up. Okay, quickly everyone, 21 people are there connected with us today, and quickly if you can just give your reviews, and then we can move ahead. How confident or how excited are you after day one session and to know more about ML, machine learning? Okay, so we have got eight, nine over here. Nine people have already submitted their reviews. Quickly, everyone, just select it and click submit option so that we get to know that how you are feeling for day two. Okay, quickly, everyone. It seems to very excited. I think the complete team, the complete batch is confident enough to move on to day two. So let's move ahead and just see what do we have for today. For day two, we have the introduction to machine learning, understanding how the machine learning works upon. Then we will be seeing the machine learning workflow, and then we will be seeing how the machine learning codes upon. After which we will be taking up our data, yesterday's data set that we have shared upon. The same data set we will be cleaning, preparing, and then we will be training our test over there. We will be splitting out the data and training it and just seeing how the things coming up. Then we will try to implement some machine learning algorithms onto it. Machine learning models will be put up into it and evaluated to see how good my model has constructed upon. Then at the end, we will be having a visual insights to understand how the data set is working upon and how the changes are being coming up. For this will be our agenda for D2, and we will be looking through all the details in this part. Okay, now first question that is coming up is that share one app you use daily that might be using data science. Can you name any one application that you use may be using data science in it? Can you name any one application where the data science may be used upon? You think an application that you use. Just type down your application name that you feel like yes, this application may be using data science behind of it. Just type it down and submit it, and let's see how many applications can we come up with where you think the data science is used behind of it. Okay, Flipkart or Amazon, e-commerce, very good. Flipkart or Amazon uses data science, correct. They use it to understand the customer behavior and the products that they want to sell upon. Good answer. Okay, anyone else? YouTube. YouTube also does to give you recommendation. Britannia understands that what type of products are being required in the market, and on that basis, it does the market research over there. Banking applications to understand your spending patterns over there, how you invest on all. Google Map. Yesterday also we talked about Google Maps. Yes, correct. Okay, any more? Any more applications that you think? Zomato, yes, Zomato. We discussed yesterday. Zomato, how Zomato, Swiggy, they work upon. They do the research on what type of food products are good and available nearby your place. Then coming up, Spotify for music learning. Yes, understanding the music. What type of music do you people like? And on that basis, it creates a playlist for people. Okay, then we have. Um, Instagram or Facebook. Yeah, it also looks for that what are the posts which are trending upon, what are the trending posts available, who are the people passionate over there, what type of marketing, what type of things they require into it. Correct, very much correct. Okay, any other application that you use on daily basis and you think it may be using data science behind it? Just name it up. Any other names that coming up in your mind? Okay, chatbots, Disney Plus Hotstar, correct, good. Okay, any more? Google is doing it. Ola, yes, Ola does it for mapping the roads and understanding the customer, giving them preferences of what type of vehicle would be preferred for them and what type of pricing they are able to afford on it. Correct. Ola, a very good example of it. Big Basket, yes, Big Basket also does the same. Any other? Any other application that you think might be using data science behind of it? Zepto. Oh, great. Zepto also does it for 10 minutes delivery. Good. Then Microsoft 365. Uh, Bit doubtful, but you have Microsoft does it for building applications and apps on the basis of customer requirement. There are companies who does it. 365, it's a bit doubtful over there. Social medias, yes. E-commerce, correct. Okay. Then comes mm, Chat GPT. Uh, it also looks for the answers that you have to always give a feedback to it, but I doubt that how many of us do give an answer, and when we get an answer from Chat GPT, we review it. Is it good or bad or something like that? On that basis, yes, it can do it. Okay. The same way how Google does the same, the Google search engine does. Oh, great. So we have got multiple applications noted up over here where we think that data science may be working behind of it. So we got Uber also, WhatsApp into it, banks, so financial operations goes upon to it, ChatGPT, okay, okay, mm, Uber come up. over here. Then yeah, I guess most of the others we have already covered into it. I guess we have covered all of them. Some more answers that is coming up over here is the stock market. Yes, stock markets also have application where they predict the future, what how it will be, how it will be going, getting more or not. So I guess everyone has given a proper, correct answer and all. In between, I'm just able to see one or two words that is coming up. Please do not spam on this application. Let this be a learning platform where we all are learning together. Please do not spam into it. I just request it. Neither, if found, I need to remove you out of this session because you are spoiling the session for everyone. So please make sure that if you want to participate, you participate with a good faith and all. Do not participate with spamming and having fun over here. Please, we are here for learning purpose. So please let us learn together. It's a request to the everyone. Whatsoever has been happen fine, but please do not spam up over here again, please. Thank you. Okay, so let's continue. So yes, all the applications and things that have been put up over here, absolutely correct, and these really have a part of data science into it. And on this basis of this data science, what they are understanding, they are basically training the machine. On the basis of that, the machine is learning through. Now, when machine is learning, that concept is called the machine learning concept. So, when we are talking about machine learning, there are many ways of learning it, but it has been classified very simply over here. So, let's understand what is machine learning. It's basically teaching the computer to learn from data. So, what data we are giving, it is basically trying to learn from it and understand that how to be done to it. For that, we require training to it. Now, there can be multiple elements. Let's say like there are basically divided into two types: supervised learning and unsupervised learning. Supervised learnings are those learnings where you can train them, okay, and there are some learnings which you cannot train them, okay. Let's say for an example, I say bring me five apples over there. Yes, apples are big, you can easily pick it up and you can work with it. If I say pick only five rice pellets from a complete bunch of dals and all, it would be difficult because they have to be splitted, and again finding out of it, it requires time, and it is very difficult, and it cannot be learned through. You cannot easily capture through the things over there. In that case, we have two different types: supervised learning, which can be supervised, which can be trained upon, which you can teach, and they can all work along with it. And then there is unsupervised learning, which cannot be supervised or cannot be trained upon. It is something like a new learning and all. Now, when we are talking about supervised learning, or specifically where you can train or the learning can be done, in that part we have two different ways to it. The first one is coming up is classification. Classification basically means you are basically classifying. Let's say in a class of 60 or 60 students are sitting in a class, I can easily classify. They are the toppers, they are the backbenchers, they are the frontliners, they are average students. So these they are the boys, they are the girls. I can easily classify them into different groups. The same batch I can easily classify because I know each of them. I have taken a session with them, I have been spending time with it. I can easily classify it because I know those things details over there. That's a part of supervised learning, so I can classify. Second one comes to regression. Now, when I said I can say that they are the toppers and all, they are this. These are classification. But when I talk of regression, regression is bit different from this. As per their marks, I can have the rank holders over there. I can say he's the first, he's the second, he's the third, he's the fourth, he is a failure, he got last. I can easily tell it on the basis of what marks they have achieved. That is the part of regression where you are basically talking on the basis of a numerical value. Okay, so if I, let's say like for an example, I go and purchase a packet of hajmola, then obviously I will be trying to understand that how many bottles are there into it, and that can be easily counted. If say this one, they say that there are 5 bottles and this is costing me 50 rupees, and this is another pack of 100 bottles costing me 90 rupees. What I will do is first I will try to calculate Each bottle in the 5 package one, I'm getting for 10 rupees a bottle. Whereas on the 10 packet one, I'm getting the bottle at 11 rupees a bottle. Not 11 actually, it is 9 rupees. I'm getting that each bottle pack. So what is cheaper for me? What is efficient upon to me? I can classify between the two on the basis of their numbers. Now this number is called the regression model, where I basically define them on that basis. Third part where I cannot teach, learn, or classify. When I'm not able to do it, I need to understand that how to differentiate it. Let's say like I am going for a new bad department, new course, new subject. I'm going up over there, and there is a class of 60 students sitting up over there. I do not know how to classify them. So what I will do? I will start clustering them. People sitting at the back will be the notorious, have a mindset. The sitting at the front would be studious. In the middle of them, they will be notorious. There will be studious students. There will be a mixture of that. That is a part of clustering that I am doing. Okay, understand there is a difference between classification and clustering. Classification is on the basis of some specific things that I know. Okay, let's say for an example, I have a classification of dals. There are multiple type of pulses available. There's a masoor dal, there's a tur dal, there's a urad dal, and there are different types of dal. I have classified. Okay, I have classified them and arranged that this is this dal, this is that dal, and this is that pulse and all. I have classified. But in clustering, it is not about it. It is about I have mixed all the dals and have clustered them all. These are same looking dals, so I kept it all together. These are not like the same one, so I kept it separate. Or let's say like how our older generation, my mother or my grandmother used to do it, is that they used to take a chale and they used to put up all the dals into it, and then they used to cluster them all together and remove all the stones, bricks, or unwanted things what are present into it and throw it out. They are basically using a clustering model. They are not specifically defining this dal will go into this dabba, this will go to that dabba. No, they are just classifying them that this is the one section, this is one section, and all. Like how you see in Net Geo Wild and Discovery, they show that this is an area where the tigers live, this is the major region where the lions live, this is the major region where the fish lives, or this is the region where the monkey lives. They are basically clustered at those specific positions. I hope how the machine learning works, I have well explained and you have got to know about it. Any question on this? How the machine learning happens? Any questions? Then I will answer it, or neither we will move ahead. Any questions? Quickly put up in the chat box, please, if you have any question related to this introduction to machine learning, what we just learned about right now. Any questions? Please put up in the chat box. Neither we can move ahead. I guess it is pretty clear and I'm not able to see any questions. So I hope everyone got it how this machine learning works. So let's quickly have a quiz and understand that how well we have understood about it. Let's say I can just see a tray of 6 different kinds of apples over there. What type of machine learning model will be used to classify them? Which model will you use to identify or put it up? So we have understood there is a classification model, there is a clustering model, there is a regression model. Which model do you think it will be used, the machine will be using to learn about them? And if you have no idea, please stick on no idea, not an issue. Okay, so what do you think machine learning will use the learning model to understand about this tray where you can just see 6 apples are there? Quickly fast, I have got only 7 responses till now. Uh, Quick. Eight responses till now, please. Be a bit quick so that we can just get at least an idea that how much we have learned. Whatever you feel, just select that option. If you have no idea, click on no idea, not an issue. Once the responses stops coming, I will just reveal the answer. So I guess no more people are answering into it. Let's see what's the correct answer. So the correct answer is classification. You are basically classifying those apples. It is countable and you can classify it as a red apple. You can classify it as a green apple. There is a yellowish apple. There is something red and reddish apple. You are able to classify that. You know about the apples and you are just classifying them what type of apples they are. Okay, okay, no worry. Let's see into the next one. So, what type of ML model will predict this images? What type of model will be predicted out of this from by machine learning? Which model do you think will be used by machine learning to understand the thing? Regression, classification, clustering. Which one? If no idea, please select no idea. I hope by now everyone would understand what should be the correct answer. Six people have already responded upon. Eight people have already responded upon. Okay, quick. Nine, 10. 10 people have responded. Okay. 10 people have already responded. Any more responses coming up? Okay. Any more? Any more? Okay, so we got 11 responses till now, and 91% is saying clustering, 9% saying classification. Okay, let's see what's the correct answer. So, correct answer is clustering. We are not able to know, we are having no idea what stars, what where stars, we have no idea. What we are doing, we are clustering the shiny stars, non-shiny stars, bright stars. On that basis, we are able to cluster. The machine can cluster them all together. So there are so many shining stars, there are so many bright stars, so many big stars over there. So it is basically clustering up over there. Correct answer. Majority of you have given the correct answer. 91% have said clustering. Good. And we move on to the next one. What type of ML problem will be predicting from this image? What type of model will the machine will be used to learn about the details that has been shown up in the image? What type of model do you think it will be using? Machine learning, regression, classification, clustering, or no idea about it? Okay, five people have already responded to it. Great. Seven people have come up responses very quick. Good. Okay, 10 responses. Good. That's a quite fast responses from first 10 people. Okay, any more responses coming up? Any more responses, or is it this only? Okay. Okay, let's see the answer. So the correct answer is regression model, obviously, because the details have been mentioned up properly over there. Apple's revenue from China, which is coming up, China represents 19% of Apple's revenue, and each year how much revenue it has earned, that can be easily stated upon. On that basis, I can classify this year they had the most, that year they had the lowest. I can easily classify those things on the basis of the numbers. When we are able to prove it with the numbers and we can rate how much differentiation is coming up on the basis of number, we call it regression model on which the machine learning works upon. Quite a good deal that everyone has given a correct answer. A change has come up, and I guess now everyone is pretty clear what are the different machine learning models we are having. Now, on the basis that we have understood that what is the machine learning model that we are using, now let's talk about the workflow, how it all happens. So where we ended up in day one, about at the end, where we have taken the data, we have cleaned up, we have just represented the data, and we have just got some insights about it. Now, once we have got all the insights, what we have to do, we have to understand that what we are aiming to. What am I aiming to? If I'm aiming to something which, let's say, like I want to aim to get the results of the sales of my store. For an example, I want to see the sales, how I can employ the sales and increase the sales of my store. So what I will be doing, whatever the data analysis and all I have done till this point, I will be trying to reach to that point. What factor is maintaining the most in my store which can boost my sale? So whatever different operations I have done in my market, I will be trying to work upon it. So first I collect the data, I prepare the data, what all things I require. Let's say when I say about sales, I need to have all the sales entries that I have done, all the transactions specifically. Then what are the specific products which were done, which are the days where the highest number of sales happen. Let's say like I'm just looking for the working days. So I will take only the working days, not the weekends, because weekends maybe a change is happening, the store is not open, or some other things are happening. So I'm just talking about the working day. So I'm just taking the data sets of the working day and prepare those data only which I require. On that basis, once it's been ready, I will be putting up a training model to it. Like take the sales, and then you accumulate it and try to find out how the sales happening for the working day. This month's first week was the highest sales, or second week was the highest sales, or third or the fourth. And if then why it was. Try to figure out the most point with the most of the people have purchased upon. Then we can work along with that. On that basis, they basically ruled upon. Now, once the model has been trained upon, what they do, they evaluate that model. Evaluate and just see that is that model specifically giving me good response or not? Is it able to reach to my objective or goal that I have fixed upon? If yes, it is able to take me to that the majority of the point, then yes, it is able, and I will deploy the model. But if that evaluation, after evaluation, I found that no, it is not able to reach, take me to that extreme level what I am looking forward, what I will do, I will go back and retrain my model so that it can be deployed and help me to achieve to my objective. Okay, this workflow stays the same for the 90% of the ML projects that has been applied, and there are different efficiency level that has been coming out of the whole thing. Every other person, when he creates his model and all, there is a different efficiency part to it. There can be multiple parts. Sometimes it can be the writing way style of the code. It will maybe sometimes the model that you are using, the algorithm you are using. Anything can be a factor which may be making a change up into the analysis and finding that how effective that complete algorithm is to train the model. So this is about the machine learning model that we have. Now what we are going to do is we are going to start the coding part of it. Okay. So let me just switch on to the coding part and let's see what type of things do we have over there now. Okay. I just move it on to this. Okay. I just move on to this part and just a minute. Okay. Are you able to see my screen? Just confirm it. Okay. Okay. Now it's proper. Okay. The first thing that we will be doing is that where we left yes last time. So I just quickly wait a minute. I just copy the link. I just put up in the chat box. Everyone can click on the link. Everyone please click on the link that has been shared upon and get into the part of it. And please create a new Google Colab so that you can code along with me. Once you have opened this link, you are able to see my code. Along with it, simultaneously create a new Google Colab link and connect with it. Once you are done, ready with both the things into it, just confirm in the chat box that you are ready. Just type down ready in the chat box so that I can get to know and we are ready to move ahead. Just waiting for you all of your confirmation to begin ahead. Click on the link that has been given in the chat box, connect with this one, and create a new one so that you can code along with me and you can just see how the output is coming up. Okay, three people have already joined and are ready to move ahead. Others, please confirm so that we can move ahead. Okay, everyone, please quickly get ready and just confirm in the chat box that you are ready so that we can continue. Achinda, it won't be feasible to log in into your mobile and code along with this. Mobile is not a good place where we do the coding. Okay, quick, everyone, get ready. Just type down ready once you are ready with open the both the Google Colabs. You have created your new one for you to code from blank, from scratch, and you have also opened the existing one with the link shared up in the chat box. Quickly, everyone, just connect with me fast. Done. Okay, everyone is ready, I guess now. Okay, let's continue with our session now. Okay, so once now when we are ready, we are basically trying to import some of the libraries before we start with the part. Uh, Okay, and now when we are importing the libraries, we have to import multiple libraries over there because we have multiple functions that we are going to work along with it. Okay, the first one that we are basically doing is that we are importing pandas as PD. So we are calling up pandas. For PD, panda is used for working with tabular data, CSV files, and tables so that we can get more beautiful insights about the CSV files, the data sets, what all things it is constraining into it. We get all those details from pandas. Then we have NumPy. NumPy handles the numerical operations that we have. Okay, for all the numerical calculations and all, we use the NumPy. Matploid, we use it for simple graphs and charting mechanism. Uh, that we have used yesterday also, and we have seen through how this is helpful into that part. So once we have got this simple graph, histogram, bar chart for Matploid, we are using a Cbond for a package for prettier and more powerful visualizing the library. Okay, So this is the basic one that we are using for today. So this will be my first of the packages that we require. So quickly just mention import these packages, import pandas as PD, import numpy as np, import matplotlib pylib as plt, and cbon as sns. Comments are not required. Comments are available in the link that I've shared. You can always keep a copy of that and just import this four different library in your one library or packages in your one. Okay, once you have done importing of this, do remember we need to again install our data set into that part. Okay, so I just first share you the link for the data set. What we used yesterday, if you have the yesterday one, you can use the yesterday one, or you can take the one from here. I'm just adding in the chat box. Okay, in the chat box, you will find the drive link where you can get the data set that I have given yesterday, even the same one is being used. So now, if you just click upon in this files part, you click on this files part, you come up, there is an upload button, you click on this upload, and let me just find out. So here is my file, I got the file. Now it's asking me to insure it. Okay, so my student.csv file has been added. This simply you can add your student.csv file into it. So quickly, once you are done with importing pandas, numpy, matplotlib, cbon, and uploading your students.csv file, just type ready, done in the chat box, and we will be ready to move ahead of this. So quickly, just import all the four library packages and download the dataset, upload the dataset into your Copilot, and just give a confirmation message in the chat box, done, so that we can move ahead. Great, already two people have completed it. Others, please quickly complete the process and just update me done so that we are ready to move ahead. Three people have already done it. Four. Four people have already completed and confirmed it. Five people have confirmed. No, four only. Okay. Four people have confirmed it. Waiting for others to confirm that they are done till this process, importing all the four packages, uploading the CSV file. Vishnu Priya, please refer to the yesterday's session. Whatever you were getting is the same, then try to resolve it the same way. If not possible, take a screenshot and share up in the chat box, please. Five people have done, waiting for others to confirm. Six people have completed. Vishnupriya, this is the same data that we have uploaded yesterday, and mobile won't be the feasible place to do the coding part. Please, we require a proper laptop or a desktop to work upon. Mobile is not a efficient enough place to do the coding or such coding. Vishnupriya, just try to use a laptop or something, or refer to the yesterday's data set, the same data sets we are uploading, not a different one. Others who have already imported all the four libraries and put up their data sets up in there, just confirm in the chat box done. Those who have not written up over there, if you are completed, just update me in the chat box, please. Quickly, everyone, update it. If you are ready, just complete done in the chat box so that we can move ahead. We are just waiting for maximum confirmation. So only 7 people have confirmed up till this point, and there are 21 participants up in this today's session. So please, everyone, participate in the session properly. Make this session effective and worthful. Okay, let's move ahead. So once we have uploaded the student.csv file, what we are doing is that we are now taking up other different files into that structure. So first one that we are taking is from sklearn.model selection, importing from sklearn.model selection. We are importing train test split, which is used for teaching and checking how well the model has learned. So to validate and verify that has the model learned or not. If learned, then how well it has learned to it. Then from sklearn pre-processing, we are taking the label encoders. This is basically to convert your categorical data text labels into numbers. Let's say like there are details like past. Yesterday we have seen under past we have yes and no only written up over there. So yes basically should be given with some numbers. Yes means 1 and no for 0. So if they have failed upon. So similar elements that we have, these will be converted to numbers so that it can be statistically analyzed up over there. How things have been coming upon. So such for such thing, we are using the label encoders over there. Then we have sklearn.ensemble, random forest classifier, one of the most common ML machine learning algorithm used for classification, yes or no prediction, to understanding and classifying the details over there. Now this is a classifier. Okay, this classifier basically classifies the element, are they good enough or bad enough. On that basis it used to classify, and then we get to know the results, how well it has been classified into it. Then the last one comes the sklearn metrics. From there we are taking the accuracy score. For accuracy score is basically to understand the percentage of correct predictions that we are getting out of it. Is it the predictions are proper enough or not? To understand that, then we are using the confusion matrix. The confusion matrix is used to show correct versus incorrect classification, and understanding that what type of data that we are calling upon, are they good enough or bad enough. If we are basically classifying that what is the percent of good result is coming, correct results are coming, and what are the classification of incorrect results that are coming out of it, and we just make a ratio out of it to understand that how well they are ensuring to each other and all. Last, we are importing the classification report. which is used for showing the precision, recall value, and the F1 score to evaluate what is the false rate that is coming out over there. To understand that, we are using this last package called classification report. Now, once we have imported all the four packages and all the four specific algorithms from different packages and all, libraries and all, then what we are doing, like yesterday, we are doing the df equal to pd. PD is for pandas, to dot read csv, the csv file that we have uploaded, students.csv, and under that we are writing df dot head to read the first 5 lines or rows of my data set. So once I click on the play button, I will be able to see the first 5 rows of my data set with the headers into it. So all my details are able to be read upon. Okay. If you are able to read your data sets file, just update me in the chat box to confirm so that I can move ahead. Once you have got this till this point, please confirm me in the chat box that you have received you are able to see the first 5 rows of your data sets. Confirm me about it so that we can move ahead. Once others who have just got the results over there, please confirm in the chat box that yes, you have done it and you are able to see it so that we can move ahead. Please confirm me quick. Great. Okay. What we do? Let's take a 5 minutes break and then we will continue. We'll start again at 9:05. Till the time, if you have any questions to whatever we have learned till this point, you can post down your question in the chat box, and I will be there to answer it. Others, if you want to have a quick move around, you can just have it or reach up to this level. Just let us know that and finish it up in the next 5 minutes. If you are finding any issues, post down your queries and doubts in the chat box or any questions related to the session. Please post down the questions on the chat box so that I can answer you up over here. Any questions? You can post it down up over here, and we will be again continuing at 9:05. 5 minutes break. So if you want to move around, just move around, get freshen up, and to be continuing the session from here. A 5 minutes quick break, please. If you have any question or doubt, you can please ask. If you want to reach to this level, reach up upon quickly so that we can continue the session again properly all together. If you have any questions or doubts, please post down your questions in the chat box so that I can answer you. If you have any issues or in the coding and all, you're getting any error, that also you can post down in the chat box so that I can help you out around with it. Devinanda, if you have to import the queries, you have to just simply write import and then the package or the library name that you want to import. Just write it and then what you will be referring it, that name you have to write upon. Like how here we have done for pandas, import panda as PD. So this will import your library and packages into this Google Colab coding part. Simple, it is very simple to import it. Or if you want to import it from some library, you can also do it like this from the specific one that you are looking for. You are taking it, importing it into trend test split. You are specifically looking for this one that you want to use upon. You can directly call that one, and they will be used directly. Okay, so these are the ways of importing a package. These are the ways of importing a library. You can use either of the ways of importing the things into your Python programming file. Quick, quick, everyone. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left to again starting with our session. Okay, let's be back again. It's 9:05. Let's we have quick have a quick break, 5 minutes break, and now let's continue with the session. So already I hope everyone has got this point where you are able to see the first 5 rows of the data set that you have uploaded. Now what we are doing, we are now cleaning the data and making it prepare for the next level. So first, like last time, yesterday we did it. We are using the df.isNull to understand that what are the specific headers in my column. My column header is having what all the values are having in null, and we will be trying to summify them so that we get to know that how many null values do they all contain through. So when I run it upon, like yesterday, we are getting this complete series where we are able to see CT20, Math 36, Science 35, English 35, Extra Curricular 38, Average Score 1, Past 1, Grade 1. So these are the column headers where there is null values available. And how many null values are available? That are these numbers which are stating to it. Now, what is the purpose or the goal that we are going to achieve in this data set? So we will be trying to find out that whether a student was passed on the basis of what? So normally, if I just say that, how can I predict that if a student will be passed or not? Or what is the data set is telling me? So if we, let's say, like that majorly the student have attended all the session, he will pass. But we have to look through it and understand that did that only really matters, because sometimes it would have been told in your school or college life that if you have passed on this subject, there is a higher chance that you will pass all the subjects over there. So similarly, we are also looking for something, some finding in the data set which can tell me what makes the student passed in this data set. What are the scores that they have earned from all the different subjects over there? Or was the attendance over there? Was the stream that they have chosen? What's their extracurricular activities? Or is that the city that they are belonging from? That is the factor or matter which is basically tuning up into that part. Okay, so we will be looking through that. What are the basic things that is basically making sure that the majority of the student gets passed upon? In that case, so first we have taken this and we have looked for multiple things. Let's say like the first is scores. We have seen the scores. Scores are from the different subjects that we have over here. There are 36, 35, 35 around. The extracurricular is also there, which is showing that there are many null values available. Then there is an attendance percentage. Attendance percentage is fine. Streams are also fine up over there. Extracurricular is having again 68 null values into it, too high. And then we have the city over there, which is also can be a factor that they are belonging from that city. So they are more studious or passing percentages very high over there. So, but that is also having a 20% of 20 null values are available into it. It is as similar as the same way how we did yesterday. We have done it this time also. We have used the df dot is null. Df is basically our library that we have declared earlier. So that one only we have done, and dot is null to verify how many null values are there, and we just submit up all the null values that it has dot sum, and it gives us the complete number that which all column headers have how many null values. I hope everyone has done till this point. Now, what we are trying to do, please pay attention over there. Now is the important part where we are starting now. Okay, now we have defined that all the subject scores that we have the attendance, we have the streams that they are belonging from, what are the extracurricular activities they have done, and the city they have been working upon. Now we will be trying to evaluate all these five factors. How which factor out of this five is the primary factor which implements towards a student's passing rate as per the status. Now, in this, what we are doing, we are taking the DF city. The DF is the complete data set that we have. In that, the city column that we are having, there are multiple null values available into it. So, what we are showing that DF city column dot fill NA. Fill NA basically means whichever, wherever the places, wherever we have null values, you make those null values convert into the null value space should be written with unknown to it. So these null values will be now known as unknown. So major all the cities where we do not know the city name is left it blank, so it should be replaced with unknown over there. Similarly, extracurricular. So extracurricular has an answer with did he participate in extracurricular? Yes. Or did he participate in extracurricular? No. Yes or no, it has a basic data set output. If we go up, you will be able to see here. If I go to the extracurricular part, you are seeing extracurricular. Yes, the student have participated. No, the student have not participated. And then you are seeing NaN, which is not a number because it's a null value, okay, which is coming out of it. So to remove that, wherever the not available is there or null values is there, it should be written with no over there. Okay, so wherever there is an empty cell, it should be written with no into it. Okay, done with extracurricular. Next, what we are doing, we are taking the maths one. Okay, now maths one has a having a number into it. The maths score, the science score, the English score, scores are being given to each of the individual, and they are also having null values into it, which means empty cells. the values have not been inserted into it. There should be a value. The student would have given an exam, and there would be some values that is expected of over there. Now we have to enter some value. Now we cannot write zero. Zero means that he has failed basically, but overall result he has passed. So we cannot do it. So what we are doing here is that we are taking the math table column, fill NA. So wherever the NAs are there, empty is there. What we are doing, we are taking the DF math dot mean. So we are taking the complete math column. Okay, whatever the score, taking the mean value of the whole column over there. So what is the mean value that is coming up for the whole column of math? Take that value and put up in all those empty spaces that we have. Kindly please mute upon as the session is going on. There will be a separate time when you can just unmute yourself, please. Okay, so now when we are having this math coming up, this null value where this empty space is there, to put up some value, what we do, we take the whole column, whatever the values we have, we take a mean value, which is shows an average of the value that the students have averagely got a mark. So we will take that score and put up inside that maths part so that it can stipulate it. The same thing we do with science, the same thing we are doing with science, the same thing we are doing with English. We are finding the the mean value of the complete column of English column and getting the marks and putting up it all into the empty spaces over there. Simple. Now, once we are done with it, what we will do, we will just try to run it. Yes, run. And it has successfully executed all those places wherever the empty spaces were there. It has filled them up properly over. Done. Okay. Now comes our label encoder. If you remember when we were importing, we have imported this label encoder over there. Now this label encoder we have imported so that those text-based columns that we have, they should be converted into numbers. So there are multiple columns where the numbers are names are there, like extracurricular, past is having, grade is having, uh, then your city is having, stream is having, gender is having, and student ID is they are having multiple characters over there. They need to be referred to as numbers. So for that, what we do, we have taken the gender, city, stream, extracurricular, and past, where we just saw that there the values have been written as yes or no or some other classification, but there is no numbers to it. There is no regression model that can be applied over there. For that basis, we have again taken the level encoder, put up inside a variable called LE. Okay, once it's done, we have taken the gender LE dot fit transform. We are fitting the transform of the gender column. So gender column, if there is a male, it will be considered as 1, or female 2, others 0. Like this, it will be considering them all of them and giving them each an individual number. Anytime it is repeated, the same ID would be given to it so that it can help me to identify and take a good average or understanding about the thing other than of data. Okay, let's for an example, if I just say that there is a student who is from the city Bangalore. Okay, there is another student who is from Bangalore. Okay, now this Bangalore and Bangalore will be detected as two different cities because the spellings are different. But now what we are trying to do is that they both are same place, have two other names to it. So we will be trying to classify these two different entities into one so that they all can be put up together. That is the major objective over there, but here it is only just taking up those specific labels and just converting them into numbers over there. We need to do that more much into the advanced part of the data cleaning and preparation part. Okay. So now
Hello,
we have
Tanmay.
taken
Hello.
Balakrishna, when the session is going on, please do not unmute your mic until unless I ask for
On
permission,
doubt,
please.
Tanmay. Sorry for disturbance. On doubt, I have raised one question.
Sir, I will give you the
ಎಲ್ಲಿ
time. I'm
ಕೊಟ್ಟು
giving
ಲೇಬಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ
every.
ಕೊಟ್ಟದು ಯಾವ್ದು ಸ್ಕಿವರ್ಡ್ ಓಕೆ ಸಾರಿ
I will provide you my time when I will give you my time to understand your questions. I open it. That time you can ask your question and please do not switch off your mic without the known of it. If you have any question, put up in the question in the chat box, please. It's a request, Balakrishnan, because everyone in the session gets disturbed of it. Even me. Even I now forget where I was. So it's a humble request that if you have any question, doubt, you post up in the chat box. Once I'm done, I will ask. I open up the ground for all the questions to answer. Okay, no issues. If you have any doubt, Balakrishnan, please post up in the chat box so that I can read upon.
Okay, okay, Dharma, okay, Dharma.
Thank you. So where was I? Mm, okay, leave it. Okay, so basically we are taking all of this gender, city, stream, extracurricular parts where we have also seen that they all have all of this text values over there. These text values are there available, and these text values are basically storing the details. So these will be converted into integer values so that it can be calculated. Understood that how many times it is coming, how many ways they are being declared upon. Such classification have been considered over there. So they all have been given with numbers. So all of the column names will be taken, and what are the common values that we have, they will be given with some integer value, and a label encoding will be done for each of the column headers over there. Okay. So Balakrishnan's question is that L is equal to some. Why are you using? I am not using anything. I'm just taking the label encoder function, which I have imported at the top. Here, I have imported the label encoder function. This label encoder function, I am just storing it inside a variable LE. Now, once it has been stored into the LE variable, I can use this LE fit transform function from label encoder and apply it onto my tables specific column. LE is just a specific variable which where I am just storing it. I hope I am clear with this. Am I clear? Okay. Okay, thank you. So now when we have given this label encoders, the values have been put up. Let's implement these values. Yes, I have executed it. It ran that successfully. All the values have been updated over there. Done. My values have been updated. So quickly, everyone, please try to add upon all your values, convert it into the mean, convert, fit, transform all the values, and then we will move ahead to it. Please update your the code part. Update all these two things. Once you are done with this, update filling your not applicable numbers and label encoders into that part. Just type up done in the chat box so that I can get to know that yes, you all are ready over there. So once you are done with this two part of coding, just update me in the chat box so that I can get to know that yes, you all are ready to move ahead. Okay, Shraddha is asking, can you please explain when to use mode and median and types of encoding, label encoding, and one what encoding, when to use which encoding? Uh, okay, now I guess there is some clarification issue. The first question that you are asking is please explain when to use mode and median. Now, mode and median, when to use is classical statistical question that when I have to use an average value over there, I normally use the mode value because what series of values I have, what is the most common value or the middle point of the value which is more commonly where everyone is getting around. That is the mode value over there. The median value is basically the center point. Or if I take the whole of it and divide by the numbers that I have, I get an center point of the complete point where the values have been going upon. So mean and median where to be used is a statistical question where you want to use it. You don't take the middle value for median. That doesn't satisfy it because everything cannot be the middle value over there. Mode basically gives you the average results, that average marks that the students have gotten. It would majorly be a decimal value into that part. Second question, and types of encoding. So label encoding we are using, we are only talking about label encoding over there and no other such encoding. Label encoding is used specifically to transform all the different strings that we have into numbers. If I say there is all the different cities that we are having over here, let's say like I have all the different cities: Gurgaon, Jaipur, Pune, Bangalore, Bhopal. So, which all the cities I'm just giving Gurgaon a number, Jaipur a number, Pune a number, Bangalore a number, and Bhopal a number to it. If again the Bhopal is coming up, I'm again assigning it the same number for which I have Bhopal. So, I can easily state upon that how many times Bhopal is coming up over there. Similarly, when I come up over here in the extracurricular or past, you will see the values are like yes, no, and all. Even if you see extracurricular, this y is smaller and this y is capital. For understanding the statistical methodology, these two are two different things. But label encoders will understand these are two same thing, only the capitalization is the differential part over there. So they will be giving it the same label encoding of it so that they can be recognized as same. That is the point where we use the label encoders over there to classify all the different uh, different this content base like yes, no, Gurgaon, Bangalore. These type of city names or variable names can be differentiated with a specific labels to it so that they can be evaluated properly. I hope you are now I'm clear about it, what you are asking. Yeah, thank you. Okay, anyone else question? And if you are done with this two part of the coding of label encoding and filling the null values, just update me in the chat box so that we can move ahead. Four people have already confirmed. How about others? Please confirm me quick so that we can move ahead and we have more time on Q&A. Okay, so let's move ahead. Now, once we have done the label encoding and all, we are now fixing the axis over there. Now, for the axis part, what we are doing is we are basically calling upon an x-axis. X-axis, where like in statistical, you may be knowing about geographical line, sorry, graphical line of plotting the data onto the graph. So in that graph, you majorly see an x-axis and a y-axis. In x-axis, we are keeping all the scores, let's say like math, science, and English over there. Then we have talked about attendance percentage over there, what gender they are coming up, maybe what stream they are coming up, from that extracurricular that is they are coming up. That now we have kept all of this parameter, which will show us that in what category the majority of the student have passed upon. So in that case, we put up y as the result of pass. So y is the result of pass. So it will help me in understanding that in all of this criteria in x-axis, y-axis, all have been passed, all the students that we have passed. So in that, what we have doing, we are train test split. We are using the function that we have already taken from a skill and model for use for checking for how the well the model has been trained upon. So let's see, like we have updated all these data sets into it. Now let's see how good they have been trained upon. So we just take upon the train test split to understand the methodology, how well it has learned through. We are taking the x and y. Please make sure my x is capital and y is small, because here my x is capital and y is small. So that's why my x and y is like this. If you are using both capital, then make sure that both are capital also over here, or simultaneously they have been informed over there. Then we are taking a test size of zero point 0.2, or on the basis of the size of zero point 0.2 parameters, it will be taking evaluating it, and random state will be stated as 42. What I am taking up on that basis, the 42 elements would be the common areas on which the randomly they will be circulated upon. Once these values have been coming up, it has been put up into four different variables over there directly. One is the X train, X test, Y train, and Y test. So X train will be the X training part, X test would be the test results that is coming up. Then the training results and the test results have been coming up and evaluated on these four parameters. Once I am done with it, I just try to execute it. Once I execute it, it's all ready to be working upon. Okay. So once you are done, just let me know. Then we will be trying to test and run these and see the values, how the values are coming upon. Just type upon done once you are done with it. So once you have created the x-axis, the y-axis, and put up the train test split for understanding the training and the testing results of the x and y-axis, and I've just set up the test size for zero point 0.2 and the random state to 42 to understand that how reference I can get upon. You can just have a variance in the value from zero point 0.2 in the test size. You can put anything in between of 0.1 to 0.99 you can go upon, and you can have a test size of anything. Random state, you can have anything starting from 1 to 100. I just ideally given 42. You can just put up any number in the middle of the range of 40 to 60, anything that you find out as a random state, that will be more ideal over there in the middle values over there. If you take the extremist part of it, then it will be basically clumsing all of it. And if you go to the extreme zero side, and then it will be taking majorly individual values over there, which will be looking very much scattered over there. So try to have something, value between 40 to 60, so that you can move around the middle values and all, so that it can have a good grouping and clustering size over there. Once you are done with it, please update me in the chat box as you are done, so that we can move ahead. Once you are done here till the training and testing split of the data, you're done with it. Please type done after execution, and so that I can get to know that we are ready to move ahead. Okay. No, Karan, we cannot give it a state. I'm just saying that I have given a random state of 42. You can take anything, any number between 40 to 60, any number that you want to do with it. You just have to change. I've just given 42 over there. In place of 42, you can give any number in between of 40 to 60, which is the nominal place where the clustering can be more particular over there. Once completed till this point, please update me in the chat box so that we can move ahead. Okay, let's continue with it. Okay, now once I have done and training and tested, we will be now seeing that how my results are coming upon. So what I am doing, I am just taking upon my model, the random forest classifier, which if you remember at the top we have taken this classifier, random forest classifier. So this random forest classifier, we will be taking the ML model over there. We will be calling it as model, and then I'm saying model dot fit, and I'm putting the X train and the Y train that we have taken at the earlier X train and Y train. We are taking up, and let's run it. And then now, what you will be seeing that the classifier has been implemented into it. Random forest classifier is implemented into this part. Okay, so once this is coming, my classifier has been called upon, is ready to put upon. I just call upon the YPRED. YPRED is basically the model prediction for X test that we is coming up. The X test is coming up. So what is my model predicting out of it? Taking the accuracy score of the Y test, what we have got earlier, this Y test, and the Y print over there, and calling it in the accuracy part. Now, if I print this accuracy part, what will show me my accuracy of my model? So currently my accuracy of the model is showing as 0.91 over there. That means it is having an accuracy of 91 percentage. Currently my model is showing me an accuracy of 91 percentage. Now quickly everyone, you just try it and just see that what is the accuracy coming up. Once you have got this accuracy, just copy it and paste it in the chat box so that everyone can know what are the different accuracy levels that you have got. Or you can go to the Mentimeter. There also you can update your accuracy what you have received. In the Mentimeter you can update your accuracy. Mentimeter, it is open. You can select the accuracy level that you have achieved, select it up over there quick. So Arfat Ahmed has also done it and achieved an accuracy of 92 percentage up over there. Great. Arfat, do please update it in the Mentimeter so that we can get to know. Yes, updated. Great. Others also, please update it in the Mentimeter so that we can just see cumulatively all together this batch how much uh, accuracy we all together have achieved at some average point. So quickly, everyone, just see through what is the accuracy that you are reaching through upon, and update it the same in the chat box or in the Mentimeter even. If any problem issue you are facing upon, just share along with us. Quick, everyone. If you have got your percentage, please update it in the Mentimeter. Three people have already updated their percentage accuracy level that they have achieved. Currently, we are moving somewhere at 91.7 percentage of accuracy, which is coming around with people. So quick, only three people have updated it. Quick, everyone, just quickly. I hope everyone can have done it. Just find out the level of percentage and update it in the chat box or in the Mentimeter. Only three people have got the percentage. Quickly, everyone. Once you've created the X and Y model, you have to just call upon the random forest classifier. Make sure the random forest classifier, all the first letter of all the three words will be remain as capital, and at the end you have a parenthesis or bracket, first bracket, which will be calling it as a function. This will be stored inside model, and then we will on the next slide we will have model dot fit in the bracket x train comma y train that we have declared earlier. Now once we have executed it down, we have to come through, we have to write y underscore pred, which will be the place where my prediction will be kept upon, and my model dot predict will having the x test results into it. Then we will find the accuracy underscore score, y test with y prediction, what y test results are coming out, y prediction that is coming up. We are just comparing and trying to find the accuracy over there and trying to get the accuracy. Currently, I am getting an accuracy of 0.911, which is standing to 91 percentage of accuracy. Arafat has uploaded his percentage is getting 0.9215 and continuing, which will be standing to 92 percentage. Shraddha has given 0.8725 for accuracy, which is standing to 87 percentage of accuracy of her model. Similarly, four people have already updated into it. Please, people, quickly update it over here, the model and what accuracy you have achieved into it. Once you have revealed your accuracy in the Mentimeter, then only we can move ahead. Please be fast, be quick, so that we can just see the accuracy results properly. If you're not there in Mentimeter, please update the results in the chat box. Only still I'm waiting for the results. Only four people have only updated their results. Waiting for others to participate. Another minute and then we will move ahead. Please everyone participate upon the session. Try to get your accuracy level. If you're finding any difficulty or any issues in getting the accuracy, please let us know in the chat box so that we can help upon. Okay, so we have got four results over here, and this will help us to understand that how much accuracy we have achieved. Okay, so once we have done the ML model, we have find the accuracy of our model. So it's coming somewhere as 91% accuracy over here. Now we will be trying to evaluate our model. So what we do, we are printing the confusion matrix with y test and y prediction, and classification report of y test and y prediction that we are getting upon. So this will help us to understand that how the values are coming up. So confusion matrix is giving us that how the results are coming up. 1:9 results are coming up for the anticipated of falls into correct and versus to the negative results that is coming upon. Same was coming as 1:9, 1 to 9 and 0:92 is the ratio that is coming up, the matrix coming up for the results coming up for correct prediction and for wrong prediction is coming up over there. Fine tuning is required. If fine tuned properly, the results will vary a lot, and the precision accuracy also will impact with that. Next, the classification report is saying that the precision level of this is 1.00 and of 0 and 1 is 0.91 over there. 0.91 is there for the precision level. The recall value has stand to 0.10 and for 1 it is standing at 1.00. 0 means false and 1 means true over there. Okay, F1 score has been standard upon the 0.18 for 0 for false and for true 0.95 the F1 score is standing upon. For support, for 0 there is 10 and for 1 there is 92 over there, which is giving the support for us towards the true results that we are having from the labeling folders. Now from there, the accuracy is stating as 0.91 for F1 score and for support 102 over the macro average, weighted average, and all detailed statistical data sets are coming out of it, on which you can easily predict how the model is working efficiently, effectively towards your research work over there. So whatever those data sets you have done, how you have trained it, analyzed it, and made it more proper, this shows you how good work you have done into that part. Now, once we have evaluated a model, we have got some results. Okay, quickly, everyone, please look through your evaluation results. If you have got the evaluation results up over there, just say that yes, you have received the results in the chat box so that we can move ahead. Quickly, if you have got your results, the evaluation results, upload it in the chat box so that we can move ahead over there. Quick, everyone. If you have done with the model evaluation, you are getting the evaluation results. Please upload it, update it in the chat box so that we can get to know that yes, results have been achieved. The model evaluation results have been achieved up over there. Great. Sebastian has got the result. Arfat has got the results. Ashwarya has got the results. How about others? Others, please participate and just try to find the model evaluation result up over there and just share upon that yes, you have received the evaluation results. Just update me in the chat box so that I can get to know that yes, we are ready to move ahead. Please be quick into this part. These are the most important part of ML programming. How to build an ML model, this is all an important part of it. Done. Gagan also done. Okay, now let's move ahead. So model evaluation results have come up. Now let's have a visual insight. So what we are doing, we are taking the model dot feature importances and putting it in importances variable. Now x will be importances and y will be having the x dot column. With the x dot column that we have declared earlier at the top, the same would be put up in the y, and x will is the importance and will be shown as SNS, the C bonds package that we have uploaded earlier, imported earlier, that one with bar plotting into it. Once it is done, the plotting title would be feature importance. and then we can able to see the plot. This will show that which of the parameters that we have selected is the most important one over there to pass in the examination as per this data set. So when we just play upon, you will be finding that science is the subject which plays the most important part of getting passed inside this thing. It just says that 0.25, if I'm not wrong, somewhere, not 25, 3, I guess. 0.23, that means 23% of the students, 23% it shows that importance the science students, if the person is from passed in science, he passed in all other subjects even. So that is understanding the most important part over there as per our learning that or the model that we have prepared. From that, we are able to get to know. So whatever the plotting title that we have given, that is coming up in the feature importance. We have looked for a bar plot. So a bar plot is coming up with X is at the importances part. This is showing the importances level, how important that subject is, or the specific thing is to define that if the student is getting passed or not. Y is having the X columns that we have declared earlier. So these are the columns that we have from this part, and then we are able to see this thing. So this is now the our complete model, which is showing us the result, how important which subject or which parameter was the most important thing in this data set to show that on which basis the results can be impacted for. So here the science is the subject which has the highest number of impact. If the science is the factor, the students who have passed in science have got always passed up over into all other subjects. Then next to it followed by the subject English, then you have math, then the attendance percentage, then comes your stream, then comes the gender, and last comes the extracurricular part over there. These are the different factors or importance levels that each of them having, which shows that my machine learning, my machine have understood that if the student have passed in science, there is 23% probability that the student would have passed in all of the subjects even. So this is the how we have probabilited as per the data set that we have shared. This is a custom made data set. It is not unary or correct data set or a live data set. It has been created specifically for this complete experiment for D1 and D2. For this purpose only this data set is done to understand how to evaluate and all. You can do multiple changes in this data set. You can make multiple things into it. The accuracy level, the parameters, the report, everything will be impacted out of it, and even the insights coming up from these details will also be changing up. So once you are done with this thing, you are able to see something a bar graph. Sorry, this bar graph over here. Then you are able to find out the results more certainly over there. Once you have got the bar graph, just confirm in the chat box, please. Once you have got the bar graph, just confirm me. Great. So basically, you have found upon the importance, which feature has the highest number of importance in this complete data set, which makes a student pass up. Congratulations, you have just completed the Python learning, imported packages, and implemented machine learning into that part after cleaning and data preparation and all. You have done all the steps of data science yesterday. Today we have continued with it. We have worked with the ML part. We had an objective. We have achieved it after preparing the data, cleaning the data, and making it certain as per our model. We have seen the accuracy level. We have seen the report out of it, how well it has been trained, and now it is completely upon you. If you are satisfied with it, you will deploy it. If you are not satisfied with it, you will retrain the model with different input insights to it and make sure that the data are more perfect over there. Okay. Once you are done with it, now the thing that is coming up is that if you have any questions, you can go to Mentimeter, you can upload your questions over there so that I can answer them one by one. Those who are not there in the Mentimeter, they can put up their question in the chat box. I will be there to answer it now. So this was all about from day two session. So any questions and all, if you have, you can go to Mentimeter, upload your questions over there. If you have any questions, you can ask those questions or queries in the chat box email. The chat box is open. The Mentimeter is open. You can ask question any of the point, any place, and I will be giving you the answers for. Start putting up your questions into Mentimeter or in the chat box wherever you feel comfortable upon. You can post it up. And this was all from day two, where we have learned about machine learning. We have gone through the building an ML project from cleaning the data, encoding the categories, training a model, evaluating the accuracy, interpreting the insights that we have achieved from the data set, evaluated it, and on that basis we have done it. All we have able to do it are post data science learning that we had in day one. Anyone having any questions or doubts can post up your question in the Mentimeter or the chat box so that I can answer them for you. Any doubt, any questions that you have related to the subject, topic, or anything else which I can answer, please ask upon in the chat box or in the Mentimeter. Thank you, Shilpa. The Copilot codes that I have shared you the link. You can always keep it handy with you. These will can you can use it. I don't mind. You can just share upon the codes. The links I have already shared upon. You will find all the codes over there. Similarly, yesterday's code link is also shared. The data set is also shared upon. Keep those links handy, and you will be able to retrieve all the details from there. They will be always available for you all. Okay, so before we go to the feedback and the Q&A, let's have the Q&A. If you have any questions, just post them in the chat box, or you can go up on to the Mentimeter and give your feedback over there for the session. However, you have felt the session, please rate of the session in the size of 0 to 5, how you felt the session was, how confident and prepared do you feel after completing session day 2 session completely. Just update in the Mentimeter so that I can understand was the session helpful or not. So already two people have already given their feedback. Please, if you feel free to put up your feedback into the Mentimeter. If you still have any questions and doubt, you can post it down in the chat box. I will be available over there for answering you all. Any questions and doubt? If you have, you can post it down in the chat box. Uh, and please submit your feedback into the Mentimeter. How confident and prepared do you feel after completing the day 2 sessions? How much you feel in rating between uh, 0 to 5, how you want to rate the session, the day 2 session, how do you feel the session is. Just rate it upon over there so that we can understand that how the session was. We try to improve it. How Please share us also if you can just help us with that. How we can improve the session. That also is completely welcome so that we can do good towards the sessions to be more helpful for the future. So please share upon your feedback, your outcomes, whatever you felt about it in the feedback part and all. Please If you still have any questions and doubt, you can always ask me in the chat box. I'm ready to answer you all. You can anytime go to the Mentimeter and give your review. I'm just posting down the Mentimeter link again so that you can connect with the thing and submit your feedback. I posted down in the chat box. Please click on the link and connect back over into the Mentimeter and just submit your review over there. So just waiting for your reviews, your feedbacks, your doubts, your question for the day two. And tomorrow, day three, you are going to have a great session on how and what is the requirement from the industry coming up for specifically for data science and ML. Session taken by Mr. Gurumurthy. He is a person for coming from the industry with a huge learning from there. He is a very helpful person, a person who can help you, guide you upon the session building, upon yourself, preparing yourself for data science and ML. He is a completely the right person who can help you out with it. A vast experience in the industry will always he will share upon his experiences over there, and that will be quite a good session coming up tomorrow. So be excited about the session of for tomorrow, and I am very grateful that I can just see that 7 people have already given their feedback, and somewhere it's coming to 4.3 rating in place of this. I am just sharing upon my page slide you can just see upon. So it's great that people have liked it. If you have some feedback that you can help us to improve more, you can we always welcome. You can come up to the chat box, give us your wonderful feedbacks, what you have to say upon with us. We are ready to hear from you all. So if you have anything, just please share this among with us before we close up the session for the day. Okay, let's. Thank you all for being up over here. Here is my final slide where you can just have this QR code where you can scan and connect with me on LinkedIn. The link is available down in LinkedIn. You can go upon. You will find me as Professor underscore Professor minus Tanmoy. I'm available over there. You can connect me on LinkedIn, and there are a number of students available sharing of their projects, insights all over the world, even from the Ministry of Education, AICT, UGC. Peoples are also there in my account, sharing upon their vast insights, details, requirements, or the predicting the future, how the complete education is getting updated in the country is all updated over there. Connect me up over there for many fantastic insights up over there. You can get me in touch over there, and I will be sharing upon. Okay, what I do also, I just put up my complete details in this also so that you can easily connect with me on LinkedIn. Okay, LinkedIn is a fantastic place where you should always connect through. All specifically to career building and all, people are always interested to get connected up over there. I'm just sharing you the link in the chat group. You can always copy it and connect with me. Thank you all for being up over here, being so fantastic and an amazing batch up over there. Sharing your this day 2 days along with you has been an interesting journey along with you, learning, teaching, and all. It's a great journey that we had together. Hope to connect you back again in some other day or some other sessions and all. Till then, thank you all. Good night. Bye bye. And be excited for tomorrow's session. A great, interesting, insightful session is coming up from tomorrow. So be ready for that. Thank you all. Good night. Bye bye.